Hope you like that entire Linkin Park song.
Well, I didn't try.
When did the station flip? AM rock? Finally.
Sorry. You can take it up. You can take it up with Coach.
No, I love Coach Wolford, but I was like, what are you? I was like,
I was talking.
Get him on the air.
He wants to ask you something.
The Wolfman.
Here is.
Is he coming on?
Yes, he's right here.
Oh, no one does it better. Coach Wolford, YSU football coach on recruiting day, joining us. Does it get any better than that? Coach, how you doing?
Christian, what's happening?
You are, my man.
Huh?
Well, you are.
Hey, I signed some guys that are in your ballpark.
I'm telling you, I see some stuff.
I got some big boys now. I mean, they're a little taller than you by about 5 or 8 inches.
Yeah, well, I'm only 6'4", so yeah.
That's what I'm saying. 6'6", 330 all day long, boy.
Yeah, telling you. I also noticed you moved to Florida for a month or two.
Yeah, you know what? It's been well documented. There's some decent ball players down there. So I had to go down there and get back in the old stomping grounds. That was one of my first areas in recruiting. I had Miami down there. It was kind of a unique experience for a young lad like me.
You know, I want to ask you, because everyone talks about, you know, the states around the country that really put out the college football talent, and they do, but in different ways. Like up here in Ohio and PA, I think we put out different kind of players than they do down in Florida and Alabama. Like, is it the speed down there?
Well, I think the thing is year-round you're able to train outside.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a big part of it. And I think, you know, when we were at South Carolina, we did a study because we were trying to figure out where all the ball players were.
Mm-hmm.
And we took all the NFL teams, and then we had a guy find out what school they went to, and then go back and look at their bios, and then go and find out actually where they were born. And California was 1, Florida was 2, Texas was 3, and Georgia was 4, and South Carolina was 5. How about that?
Wow,
so
that's pretty good.
You know, it's got to be related to the warm weather. You know, this time of year, you know, when your muscles are warm. I mean, look at today. What was it? 72 degrees. I mean, you felt like
802.
You could probably run a 4.4 today, whereas normally you probably run 4.8 in the winter months.
Yeah, Ryan and I were going to take our Vespas out for a ride today, and we decided not to.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Nah, it's too early. I'm not dusting out old Beth just yet.
When it's warm out, I mean, you and Ryan, you guys can run 4.4, 4.5. When it's cold out, you guys are around a 4.
I don't want to brag, but I've hit like 4.21 when it's warm.
You know what? I could see that. You look fast.
Well, back in my younger days, I don't want to brag, but I could really tear. But
I bench pressed 250 once in my day, Coach.
I know this.
Okay.
He was looking.
Oh, you were looking at me, huh?
One thing that I've noticed is when you two walk in your room, you guys have a presence to you. So I'll leave it at that.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of presence it is.
Might be Abbott and Costello, but
that's for the listener to figure out. I want them to be creative.
Laurel and Hardy, basically. But I mean, I look at this list, Coach, and like I said, I see Miami, Florida, Tampa, Florida. What I think is speed, and that's definitely something we can use up here at YSU to build on the success you already have had.
Well, we got some good players out of Florida, obviously, and I think the other thing is you can't shy away from Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to go over in Western Pennsylvania. You know, we took advantage of Pitt going through a coaching change, and we were able to capitalize on that. You know, the 3 kids we got out of McKeesport, those guys can flat out play, and we're able to take advantage of all the coaching changes that took place and give us an opportunity to get those guys. And you know, and like I said before, if we have to go to California to get a couple guys, we'll go to California and get the right guys. We have a high standard here. We're only going to take guys that we think could, you know, obviously be a Big Ten player, and that's what we're sticking to.
Well, let me ask you this, and it's going to sound like I'm being kind of like joking, but I am serious. How do you go down to Miami, Florida? You know, beautiful weather, palm trees, sit down, talk to a kid and say, you need to be in Youngstown, Ohio? All jokes aside, seriously, like, do you find that's hard to do? Is it easy?
Well, you know, I think there's a couple things you got to look at.
Okay.
A lot of the guys that we just recruited from Miami are guys that I either coached at South Florida or I played with at Kansas State.
Okay.
So what they say is this guy Wolf, he'll take care of you. Meaning he'll do it the right way, and he'll get you in a position where you'll have an opportunity to get a degree. You'll grow as a person. You'll grow as a man. You'll understand your responsibilities. But, you know, some of these kids are, I mean, you know, you talk about weather, and weather is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But look at the two teams in the NFL. Where are they at? New England and what? New York.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really aspire to play in the NFL, there's 22 teams that are in the snow line. So what's that mean? In November and December and January, if you're going to be in the playoffs and make a run, if you're going to win football games, you have to. I mean, the regular season goes into late December. You got to be able to play in cold weather, and that's one of the knocks on the SEC is some of the players that we had when we were in the SEC is they didn't play well in the cold weather. That's why Bill Parcells always said, draft cold weather players, because if you want to make a run at the Super Bowl, you better have cold weather players. And time in, time out. You watch come every year in the Super Bowl. It's been pretty much a cold weather team. So that's something that a lot of people don't always talk about. And I think the other thing is when the kids come here, they probably don't have a very high expectation level because it's not maybe Ohio State or Michigan. But when they get here, they see how genuine the people are. I mean, when we walk in Cafe Capri and we all sit down for dinner and other people are coming up and talking to these kids, and the parents, they're like, wow, these people here are nice. They don't care what kind of purse you have. They don't care what kind of car you drive. They're not judging me of who I am and where I'm from. They really care about me as a person and what my interests are. So it's a home run. And Dr. Anderson, our president, faculty, and staff, they do a great job of helping us in recruiting. And we got great facilities. Ron Scholler has given us great facilities, and we've got as good as facilities as anywhere. And then we show them video. Half these teams around here in Ohio, they can't even fill their stadium. Whereas we have real tailgate lots. I mean, I see you and Christian and you boys out there in the tailgate lot all the time having fun. I mean, it's a great environment.
I get nuts. I can't help it.
Well, you know what? That's where you really showed how weak your arm was.
Now, I'm telling you, that shouldn't count. That should not count. I told you I want a shot to throw to some wide receivers and show you what the untapped potential.
I've been saying all along we have to continue to cultivate this relationship. I wish I could see more of you guys.
You tell that. Talk to Christian right there.
You tell us anytime you want.
Yeah, you just got to tell us.
You guys treat me like I got the plague.
No.
Coach, I'll tell you this right now. Anytime you want to even come down here and just do the 2-hour show with us.
You can come in and host.
You just text us and be like, coming down. Don't even say
I'm not going to tell you no.
I'm going to come in there and break it down for all the listeners and let them really know your guys' dimensions, your 40 times, and your vertical.
All right,
we should do that.
We should have done it last season.
Yeah.
When do you have any workouts coming up?
We're going to have a Champions Night on March 8th. We're actually going to test all of our players. So
I'm in.
I think we should get you guys to sign some waivers, get you guys in there, and see how you match up to some of the Division I athletes.
I want to get in the trenches.
I'm throwing.
Because even if I get just absolutely worked over, it's still funny.
Absolutely. We started a YouTube page. We need content.
I don't know if I want to be liable for you guys.
I'll sign the release.
No, that's why I'm playing quarterback, so I put the red jersey on. No one can touch me.
I got a good swim move, Coach.
Yeah, no question.
It's more like a doggy paddle, but still. Not so much a swim as a cannonball, but I use it. Anyway.
You guys are beautiful.
Now, we were talking real quick off the air. You said that you want, your own show here? Or what would it, your show entail?
We need to get the Eric Wolford show going,
You're
talking to if you think we wouldn't okay that, think we would, I don't know. We got to have a meeting, man.
We need to get the Wolford Christian show sponsored by Ryan. We'll donate your paycheck to sponsor it.
I donate it to enough things.
Huh?
I donate it to enough things.
I can imagine what you donate your paycheck to. Christian, we know where yours is going, so that you can't even lie.
Man, you just keep coming at me, Coach.
Hey,
because he respects you.
Yeah, I kid because I care. Now get on a treadmill, you piece of garbage.
No, you're beautiful.
I think so. And I'd hug you if you were here right now, Coach. Now, Coach, if you could sum up this recruiting class kind of in like what your goals were and what you actually got, do you really think you went out and got the goal and achieved the goals you set for this recruiting class?
I think we nailed it, quite frankly. I think this recruiting class gives us a legitimate chance to strike at a championship, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're all about. And last year, we know that we came very close. We're not going to use youth as an excuse. At the end of the day, playoffs and championships is what Youngstown's about. And I feel like this class is going to give us a chance to strike at it. I also feel like this class is going to give us a chance to sustain success. We can't be on a roller coaster. We need to have a consistency where we can expect to consistently be in the playoffs and make a run at winning championships. And that's what our staff has set forth to do. But you can see, obviously, we nailed it on the offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah, you did.
Those offensive linemen, they're an impressive group-looking guys. I mean, I don't just say this because I'm head coach. I don't say this because I coach here. But this offensive line class is physically as good-looking as any classes I've been associated with. And obviously, you guys know I coached in the Pac-10, the Big Ten, and the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
We got some development to do with them, but they have that kind of potential. Defensive line is another area, specifically interior D-line is an area where we nailed it. The Turkovich kid here from Mooney, he's tough as nails. He played 5 games on a torn labrum. To give you that kind of idea about the toughness this kid has. And that's what we got to get back to having. And then, you look at the skill positions. We sign guys who can run.
Yeah.
They can run, they're fast, they're great players, and they're good people, And a lot's been made of the fact that, we signed a guy that had some issues in his past. I mean, you know what? Everyone deserves a second chance. And quite frankly, a lot of people don't really know what happened. You or I could get in a car with someone that we don't know. We're getting a ride somewhere, and we get pulled over, and someone did something wrong earlier that day. And suddenly we're all guilty by association.
Yeah.
That's how fast these things happen. So I know the truth. I know what happened, and I know the real person and the real character behind it. So, we're excited, and we feel like this class is going to give us an opportunity to strike at a champion.
You're excited to get back to work, aren't you, Coach?
I think his phone dropped.
Yeah, so excited his phone went out.
He's so reliable, except cell phone coverage.
It's like someone needs to get the iPhone 4.
Yeah, somebody should graduate from the Nokia brick.
That was Coach.
Oh, he's back.
He would go back. That's good.
That's
Coach,
a mighty fine cell phone you got there.
Yeah, it's pretty quick,
Is that track phone?
It's all right. I don't have it. Hey, I don't make that big money like Ryan does.
Oh, why is it always me with the money?
Because, hey, they don't call you Big Bank Hank for nothing.
Vespas don't pay for themselves, Ryan.
Yeah,
you take those checks over.
I did buy yours.
Yeah, you bought mine cash, as a matter of fact, I think. Cash.
Cash money.
But what I was going to say before we did let you go, Coach, was that you could just tell from talking to you, you're really excited to get back to work, aren't you?
No question. We're getting ready to start spring ball here. We start March 21st. We'll have spring break, obviously, before that. We'll have our spring game on Friday, April 13th there. We're going to attempt to do a Friday night game if the weather looks like it's going to cooperate. If it doesn't, we'll move it to Saturday so we don't have that rain out like we did last year. But, we got a couple of new coaches that'll be in place. Got a couple of new players. And, these kids are working hard. It's important to them. And we just appreciate how this community has embraced us. And we know that we have to support them. They know we're doing things the right way. And, it's guys like you, you guys, and obviously the radio and everything you guys want to say. This is a team effort. And if we're going to legitimately get back to winning championships, it's going to be a team effort. It's not going to be because of one individual. It's going to be because of all of us. I think everyone's putting their best foot forward and making a difference.
Well, Coach, you got us on your side.
See you March 8th.
I'm telling you, yeah. Why don't you have us come down to our show live then?
Well, I'll do whatever we need to do. So
that's on a Thursday. We're definitely
who the man
open.
To get a hold of is, and then maybe we'll get you guys down there for that March 8th. Be a champions night. We're going to do some testing.
Absolutely.
You're going to be sad when you got to drop two
boosters around. They might want to invest in you guys, sign you guys up.
I was going to say you might want to throw a scholarship.
I'm just saying we're both still eligible. I still go to YSU. He's got 4 years.
I only accept 4-year scholarships. I don't do that 1-year stuff.
I might call the scouts from the Browns, tell them to come down and actually check you guys out.
Well, no, I know I could make the Browns team. I want to actually try something hard.
Yeah.
Hey, you said I didn't.
What are they going to do? Not come on the show like they ever have before?
Hey, listen. The Browns fans are the toughest people in the world.
I know. I'm one of them. I'm made of iron.
Yeah,
that's great.
You earned your stripes, that's for sure, if you're a Browns. Well, Coach, congratulations on the recruiting class. We always appreciate when you call in. It's always a good time, and we like having a good time. So, and hopefully we'll see you down the road here. We can maybe come up there for March 8th.
Come on, you guys are always welcome. We appreciate you.
All right, it's Coach Wolford, YSU head football coach. God, it's fun when he calls in.
Yeah, it is.